Hello, how you doing? Welcome to a video. This is the Tristan Malikowski YouTube channel. I'm Paco. Welcome. I have many ongoing projects. I have a 240, that's what we're in right now. I have a Mark III Supra, that's right in front of me. 86 Suzuki Samurai, 87 FCRX7 convertible, and a 1971 Camaro, and then I got a 68 Mustang. That's not mine, but it's on the channel, so there is content about that. And just a whole lot of nonsense. Do yourself a favor, go subscribe. Tell your friends about it. There has not been a 240 video in quite some time. So, let me show you what's going down. As you can see, the 240 is kind of in shambles right now. There's no headliner, there's no nothing. I got pieces on the dash, I got the floorboards full. Look at that, look at that. But, even with all that there, it still starts, no big deal. So what's going down is, I've been doing some wiring, and I probably should have filmed from the beginning, but I didn't do that because I forgot. I've been simplifying the wiring harness, and I want to show you that for any 240 guys out there that have stock 240 like this, and have the stock harness, and aren't ready to go full race car and like rip everything out. And if you just want things, I like things simple, so if you want things simple, let me show you how you can do that. So, let's jump into it right now. I'll show you. Let me pop this hatch open and move some trash. Do you see what that says? Race car. Yep. The cat's like, oh snap, that's a sleeping Paco. Good boys, good boys. So I've been taking all the garbage nonsense I don't need. So that's the struts, that's that. I'm going to be getting harnesses in a couple days. So that's passenger seatbelt. I have the driver's seatbelt mechanism still in there only because I'm building a harness bar. So I'm going to build the main hoop of the roll cage when I get those harnesses, and then a harness bar. So, you know, the main hoop is going to go like and around. So I have to box in the floor, right? In that corner right there, I have to box in the floor and then build a cage, and then build a harness bar that's like that height. So that's the only reason I'm leaving that one in there. Otherwise, I'd be ripping that junk out too. But I'm leaving it in there just so I can, because I do want to. It's been a while since I've driven this car, and I want to do a burnout. Because the Supra didn't do burnouts that good, especially not with 295s. So, also those tires are expensive, so I'm not trying to burn them out. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to go over what I ripped out. That as a 240 owner, and as someone that's making my 240 into a race car, you don't need so good stuff. So, rear struts, mine were blown. If yours aren't blown, you should probably keep them in there because they're pretty handy. Passenger windshield motor, these are B-pillar plastics, goes right there. That's the A-pillar plastics, let's go up there. And then the headliner, which you don't need to take the headliner out, but I'm going to be building the cage so it'd be in the way, and also freaking it looks super race car-y, right, like that. This is just hardware from stuff I've been taking out since I've started this. And as you can see, my harness is in shambles. I'll talk about that in a second. So, if, you know, you got your 240 and you're looking at it and you don't have your plastics back here, then you'll notice there's a harness that comes up around through there, and then a bunch of nonsense through here, and then it comes up all the way up to like over there somewhere. Well, it starts at that end, and it's one long harness that goes all the way around. So that's where it ends. So I started from that side, took the windshield, or not the windshield, the seatbelt harness thing, which that had 6 wires going to it. So there's 6, and that was coming this way. And then I took. Here, let me move this board. So there's 6 wires right there with just by taking out the passenger electric seatbelt. And then there was 2 things clipped in somewhere in this region. But yeah, so those 2 clips, I think it was those 2 wires, but they were right there, and they ran up through this grommet, which right now you can take this off and there's nothing in there. So, and I did that because I'm leaving these here because eventually I would like to rewire these lights, but for now, they didn't work. I think this is not the factory hatch, or if it is, then I don't know why this would happen, but there's wires coming up through there, and there's wires coming up through there. Those were only for the rear defrost. The wires coming out that side, those were cut right inside that little rubber bushing. Those came all the way up. One was for the rear defrost on this side, one was for the third brake light, and then one was for some little weird thing right here. I ripped all that junk out. I don't need that. I do want the third brake light to work, but the wires were already cut down there, so I figured if and send it, I would like to put LEDs in there. So, I left these wires here so I can wire it up eventually with LEDs, so I have wire 2 there, but yeah, so that's that. And then I basically, this is what I did. I went over here and I looked at what I need. You need a fuel pump and a sending unit and all those wires. So that's that. That's these wires right here. These 4. So I needed those. This is for my driving light. Those 2. So I needed those. These are for brake lights and turn signals. Or actually, you know what? No. Yes, maybe. Yeah, this is brake light and turn signal. Boom. And then this is other brake light and driving light. And then this is backup lights, which mine don't work, so actually I should wire those to a switch, but I left basically all the lights. And here's the harness for the license plate lights, which, as you just saw in the last video, I painted my bumper. Or maybe it was the video 2 videos ago. I don't know how many videos ago it was. Previous video with the samurai stuff, I painted the bumper, so finally. So I basically kept all that. So the harness was, I wish I still had it. It was basically you take this many wires and you add it with this many wires. So the harness was like, it was like that fat. It was like, I don't know, freaking like twice the size it was. I definitely cut the harness size in half. And then there's a ground there, and there's a ground there, which I'm gonna leave all grounds because that's the worst, dealing with ground problems. So, and then anyways, you basically take out what you don't need, and you just have to keep separating along the way. So, see, I unplugged this seatbelt thing, and took those wires out, and ran along here, and then it splits. Some wires go this way, and some wires keep going this way. So then, I went through, and I cut off all these, and so I don't have any grounding issues, because some of these are hot wires. I taped every one of them off, and then I continued to follow all the way up to right before the fuse box, and then taped all those off. So there was, I think, 18 here, and I think there was 8 here. So what is that, 26? 26 wires I eliminated. And as you can see by the just massive cluster of wires, I probably took out like, I don't know, 2 or 3 pounds in just unnecessary, not needed wires. So if you got a drift car and you want simple, that's all you need. You just need brake lights, taillights, hazards, turn signals, driving lights, all that. That's all you need. You don't need all this nonsense. So I took it out. So I hope that helps you 240 boys out there. Oh, let me tell you this real quick to clarify. After all these wires were ripped out, it still started. Alright, so none of that messed up with anything. It's just all nonsense BS sensors. Oh, another thing I took out. Your little door grommets, I don't need. The only thing those are for is to tell you, hey, your door's open, which I know when my door's open, so I don't need that for that reason. And then also, this guy, your light. Which you can just turn that to on mode. It has on, off, and then open with, or on with doors, so you can just turn that to on mode, and then you're freaking cherry. So, nonsense gone. And that plug is for the front of the seatbelt thing. See right here? Right here? This wire? Garbage. So eventually when the dash comes out, I'm going to go through that harness and rip through, and then here in an upcoming video I'm going to be going through the engine bay harness and taking stuff out, and I'll explain that one more in depth of stuff you don't need, and just basically a little how-to type of thing. So with this, that's as far as I'm going with there, because I'll deal with all that when the dash comes out, but I am going to finish dealing with this harness, because I'm going to pull this seat out. So both seats are going to come out, because race car things are happening. So, also I need to plan out how I'm going to build that main hoop roll bar, so pretty friggin' awesome. Look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. There's a homeless kid coming up our driveway. Alrighty, it is the dark hours of the night. It is, oh, we can't see that. It's only 6:32, but, so I went through this harness, I took the seat out, and I went through this harness and took out a bunch of stuff, and then I pulled the wires out of the pins, so you can see there's like, it's not, you know, there's not a whole lot going on there. I'm just gonna verify the car still starts, which I really hope it does. Look, the cat knows, he knows it's about to start, but he can't get out that way, so, and there's our current wire mess that we pulled out. So yeah, this is like, that's it. This is all the wires leading towards the fuse box. That's not a lot at all. That's pretty good. So I'm just gonna verify the car still starts, and oh sweet, dome light works. Which it should, because I didn't mess with anything that would have prevented it from starting. I just took out wires. So verify it's in neutral. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, cat. She runs frickin' cherry. The seat's out, and the seat belts thingy goes there, and there's a thingy that goes there. Gone, out of here. It's actually just in the back. But so I'm on a Facebook 240 page, and I was like, hey man, what's this do, and is it necessary? And everyone says it's airbag / seatbelt module. This car is a factory no airbag car, and I'm ripping my junk seatbelts out. So right now I got it unplugged. Battery's connected. If it still starts, then that junk is getting ripped out, and I can rip all of these wires out, which is super exciting. I hope I can. Alright, she's in neutral, right? Oh, we gotta scoot forward a lot more. My goodness. Holy guacamole. Alright. Yeah, alright, ripping all that junk out, because she starts right up. Oh man, this thing frickin' purrs. I don't know if I showed you this either, but since this is a 240 video, I'll show you, because it's a 240 thing. Hi, Sophie. You see that right there? Look at that. This is... So that was an EGR nonsense thing, and all I did was I took it out completely, and it was making the worst exhaust leak I've ever heard in my entire life, because there's a half-inch hole in my exhaust. So, ooh, I just kind of zoomed in. So it was making a whole lot of blah, blah, blah. You know how exhaust leaks sound. I don't know how to do that, but you know how they sound. So it was making a lot of that noise, and I just freaking got a bolt that was kind of the size, and I smacked it with silicone, shoved her on in there, fixed that problem. So, yep, so car runs. So I'm gonna go through, rip that junk out, rip all this out, which is really exciting, because that means I'm gonna have like, because some of these wires run back, meaning I'm gonna have like 4 wires in this entire car, and that's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna rip that stuff out real quick, and then make sure it still starts once again. Alrighty, it's getting late. It's there you go. And this is what's going on. So I ripped that junk out. The cat came here, and look at this. I got no wires going this way now. This is all the wires I have right here on this side of the car. What is there? I don't even know. There's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wires. Hit it all the way back. Well, then there's 10 here, this ground. So it's 10 from here back, but there's 9 going to the fuse box. Look at this. Let me set this up in a way where you can see what's going down. Alright, so look at this. So that's going to the fuse box, these wires. This is wires I've cut. Look at how many there is right there. And it still does run. I mean, I started it before with that unplugged, so it's the same. Nothing's changed. It just, you know, you don't understand. It starts. But yeah, freaking look at that. That's how you simplify a 240 right there. So if you're in the business of simplifying, such as myself, then just cut all that crap out. And I hope this video helps you simplify your 240. I will be doing another one for the engine bay and under the dash. So, that'll be super sweet, huh, Cat? That's right, little dude. Alright, anyways, I'm going to end the video here because it's late, and I gotta go edit another video, which is going to be a banger. So, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tell your friends to like and subscribe. Tell your friends' friends to like and subscribe. Everybody. Alrighty. Have a good night. Later.